Now start Stram!
Hello!
There was no technical difficulties at all. I swear to God. Shut up. I did nothing. I did nothing. Hold on while I tweet this crap out. Sons of bitches. No, but there was no, like, 2-second video showing us a mistake where we didn't have anything plugged in so you couldn't hear shit of what we were saying. No, that did not happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
It totally happened.
No, nothing happened.
Totally happened.
Hang out on Twitch to talk about being the biggest fangirls. Come hang.
Oh, man.
There! Stream announcements made. You'll all see it. Probably as a recording regardless. But anyway, so, I mean, we did mention this a little bit previously, but one of the things that we wanted to do was eventually talk about book stuff on here, because our nerding does not stop in the video game realm of things. As you see, we have been made prettier than normal. And it's because we actually were boring before. I'm tired. I'm happy. I'm tired and happy. We put on shit to go out today because we actually got to see Catherynne Valente.
I'm so happy.
It was amazing. She had a book signing for her new book, which obviously we bought and got autographed because... And she was about 2.5 hours away from us, and we were like, fuck it, that's close enough.
It's like, let's go! Road trip!
Drive! So we drove there. And we got to meet her in person!
She was reading the first chapter of her new book, and... Take it out, okay.
Which we have right here.
So she was reading the first chapter of this book.
The Glasstown game.
And, oh god, I love it. I love all of Valente's books. I've been reading her for a couple of years now. Her Fairyland series is one of my favorites. I just really wanted to go, and we decided, why not? It was kind of spur of the moment too. We didn't really plan it out too well. We were just like, it's close enough, so we might as well just go. And we saw her, and I was like, oh my god, there she is. I didn't even know what to say to her. I was just like, hi, I love your books. Smile and nod, smile and nod.
So I tried to cover for us a bit, but man, I'm that person where if you ask me a question and they're like, do you have any questions? Is there anything else you can think of to say? I'm sitting there and I'm like, and so, like, as we were driving home, like, 2 hours into our drive home, so we were practically home, that's when I was like, I could have asked her so many things. Dumb.
I could have asked her too, but I suffer from, like, crippling anxiety, and so whenever I'm, like, in front of people, I'm like, I must be quiet. Do not speak.
But no, really, it was such a nice experience, and it's the first time either of us have gotten to meet any author, ever. And the fact that it was an author that Rain has loved for years. Oh, here's the worst part. I haven't read any of her stuff before.
Shame on you. I've been telling her to read Valente's stuff
I know!
for like years now, and she does not listen.
Look, I know. I have no excuse. You see that big pile of library book? You can see it now a little bit clearer because we made the... You all see our dog's tail. Look at it. Look at it. Anyway, but above our dog's tail... You see that? You see those 3 things of books? 3 piles right there, right? Library books. We have not read. This is our life. We go to the library and we're like, oh, we're just gonna take out one. Look at those. Look at how camera. Look at them. We have so many. We actually have one of Valente's books in that pile. Speak of the devil. But... I have no excuse. I just haven't read shit. I'm the worst. But we've been following her on social media. Well, Rain's been following her on social media, and because we live together, Rain tells me pretty much everything that's going on, and so I'm constantly seeing a lot of the commentary that Catherynne Valente does all the time. That woman is so damn smart. I told her, I'm like, I'm trying to write a book and you're such an inspiration. And I'm sure it was the most boring thing you could possibly say to someone. I'm like,
Well, it was
you
better
hear
than
that?
what I said. All I said was, I love your books! Stays quiet for the rest of the night.
Yeah, but she probably hears my bullshit all the fucking time, and then no one ever does anything to show for it. It's like, oh yeah, you're writing a book, huh? Good for you. I don't hear that like 27 times a
No,
day.
but she was actually like really happy to hear that too, and she was just like, "Good luck." Like she gave you the you needed.
I'm so upset because it was beautiful. She was like, keep going, and I'm like, why do you care? And I mean, I know why she cares, but I mean, we actually support Valente on Patreon, and like we've been following her on Twitter for the couple of years that Rain's known about her. She's so fucking smart.
She is. I love what she has to say. Like everything, her stories, what she actually has to say about politics, what she has to say about life in general, and I'm just amazed by her brain. I love her so much, and the fact that I finally got to meet her, and even though I couldn't work up the nerve to actually say more, I'm just really happy I had the opportunity to see her, to hear from her new book. Oh god.
She read the first chapter out to us, and holy crap, that woman's got a fantastic reading voice. Like, I'm like,
it makes me so happy.
I mean, Rain was telling me in the car when we were driving home, she's like, I could listen to her read forever.
I could. I could just read her books all the time. I could listen to her read her books. I could listen to her talk about anything. I'll be like, yes, please tell me more.
It was really amazing.
It was. And we even got a picture with her. We were so nervous. Okay, first we got our book signed, and then we just walked out because we were like, oh, okay, thank you for everything. We walked
just
out.
like starstruck, like,
we're like, oh my god, we got to see her. And then I was like, wait, we forgot to get a picture.
And I was like,
turn back.
So yeah, we turned back. We were like, oh, shit, go back before she leaves. Ah! So there we
ran back to the store, and we were just like, hi, sorry to bother you. Is it okay if we could take a picture with you? And she was like, sure. And she was like so friendly and super nice, and I was just like,
And then I felt bad because we were interrupting her, and she was meeting with somebody else that she clearly knew better than us, and we're just like, we get a picture.
We just want a picture, please. So, it was such a great night, and you know what? I should just show you the.
I know. It's so lovely.
Look at her. She signed it.
Terrain and NT. I was like,
yeah. She said, "Terrain and NT, remember your bees, Catherynne Valente," and I'm like,
but because something that you'll find out about me as we do more of these, I have an addiction problem to anthologies. So we found out that Catherynne Valente has a short story in this anthology that they had there. So I was like, I love your stuff. Can you sign it too? So she did. Hi! Oh my god! Hi, Bic! I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but hey! But yeah, so we actually got her to sign 2 of the books that they had there. They had like 2 of her Fairyland series. They had her first book and her last book, I think.
yeah. They didn't have the whole series, unfortunately.
Yeah, which stinks. Because I was like, if they had her whole series, that's one thing that we don't have right now. We don't have all of her Fairyland series yet. But eventually we were planning on getting it, and we were hoping to have her autograph the whole thing. But oh, that's alright. Well, we actually got to meet the author, Catherynne Valente, who wrote the Fairyland series. And so we're just doing a stream talking about that. Oh, no, that's alright. Don't worry about the fact that you speak a different language. That's totally fine. But yeah, so we actually got to meet an author that we really like, and so we're just talking about the experience. Yeah. And we bought some books when we were at the bookstore that she was at, so we were going to show those off.
And NT here is a writer. She's actually writing her own book right now.
Yeah. I've written it all the way through. Yeah. We actually did just get to meet her. It was amazing. She was really funny. she actually was super, super easy to get along with. She had, like, the entire room laughing the entire time.
Mm.
And she's so charming and so smart. Thanks. I'm working on my first book. I've written it all the way through. I just have to see if I can actually get an agent and then hopefully start working on editing before I actually get it out. Oh, the book that I'm writing about?
Yeah.
Well, okay. The book that I'm writing is a little bit different than I think what Catherynne Valente writes. Although she does do a little bit of horror stuff. Mine's sort of more fantasy. My book is actually going to be about people that have basically been born with a conscious weapon inside their bodies. And that weapon shares their whole body and the control of their body. And it's basically taking place after a war where humanity tried to wipe out all of this new species of people. So that's the story. It just follows a bunch of different characters and basically how they live day to day and what they kind of do after the war that happened where they were almost wiped out.
I actually just started reading her book.
Yeah.
And I'm giving her feedback. I guess you could say I'm a type of...
You're my beta reader.
Yeah, I'm a beta reader, I suppose.
But yeah, it's funny because while she's working on reading through my first book, I've already started writing a second book for the series. I mean, it's not really that they're haunted and the things aren't evil. That's the interesting part about it, because the other consciousness that lives inside them, it could possibly fight against them, but it doesn't have to. They actually work together. So it's like you have two different souls in the same body. Except that one of them is human and one of them is not. But yeah, I actually started writing a second story as like a side story to my main book. So I've been working on doing that while Rain's actually been beta reading my book itself. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I actually mentioned the fact that I was writing a book to Valente. I didn't tell her what it was about because she doesn't need to know that. She's got her own stuff she's got to do. If ever I get out there and I get to meet her on the same like playing field as her, being like, hey, I published this crap, look at it, it's beautiful, my little messed up baby, then that'll be a different thing. But yeah, it was a really nice experience. And we actually got a lot more books, too. Exactly. Exactly what you said, Vic.
It's like, shh, she doesn't need to know.
That's the thing, like, you can give people a general idea, but it's better just to get it written and then go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's currently working on like polishing up the book, and we have to go find an agent. After that, the agent will find an editor. It's kind of a long process.
And then after the editing process, which will take God knows how long. I have no idea how long it's going to take to edit that. And I've already been through like 3 drafts of this book before I ever had anyone read it. So that's just my own drafts, and then I'm going to have to go through more of those before it ever gets to the completed version. I'm hoping to make it my full-time job. Right now I still have other work that I'm doing at the same time, but hopefully I'm going to be able to do writing full-time soon. That and hopefully streaming like this, because I like the streaming. I like being able to interact with people. It's a lot of fun to be able to do streams, just talk about stuff, play a bunch of cool games. So that's what this is all about. Just doing the writing. Yep. Double job. I do writing on the side just for myself. Rain does the streaming on the side with me. We like to try to do it together if we can.
Yeah.
And then I have another job that I'm doing, and Rain goes to school full time.
Student still.
Yep. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like tonight especially was a lot of fun.
It was such a great night.
And besides those 2 books, we actually did do more. The place that we went to, we actually got their name on a little baggie. It was called Little Shop of Stories. And their bags are so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We keep busy pretty much all the time.
Mm.
But yeah, the other book we got is a good one.
Yeah.
We've been meaning to get this one for ages.
We
and
got
we're so
Hidden
happy.
Figures.
We got Hidden Figures.
We actually saw the movie and it was beautiful, so we're hoping that the book is just as great.
I know. The movie was so fantastic. We said no. We've got to find out the book because if the movie's this good, the book's got to be excellent. So we actually were able to get Hidden Figures. And then, this is something that Rain is a huge fan of. I have not seen this particular movie. Oh, Vic, you have no idea. If I could do the thing where I had a typewriter and I lived in a mansion and all I did was write, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, yes, this is my life. I just do the whole thing where I'm just constantly writing and I'm just in my mansion. I don't even need a mansion. If you give me like a small cottage out in the woods.
Yeah, cabin in the woods or by like the mountains. Oh, that would be great.
Just a little cottage in the mountains or like near a forest. That's all I need. I don't need a big mansion. Just give me a small little space. Give me my writing, my video games, and my internet, and my books. I'm good. That's all I need. But yes. So another book we got.
Oh, another book.
Yes, The Little House in Nature. Yes, that would be the best. I would love that so much. That's the goal. Eventually.
Yeah. Once we get done with like school and all that.
Yes. But yeah, so this other book we got was actually, it's a favorite movie, animated movie of Rain's. I have not seen it yet. I'm noticing a trend.
You don't do anything I tell you to do.
I'm sorry. I try. Hey, Cobra!
Hi, Cobra!
Who? Fashion? No. That's not me and her. She's the fashion guru here.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but you have more taste in clothes than I do. I am typical boring white girl. You at least are like, better look fabulous.
I'm not like that.
No, she's not, but she's really good at clothing. She can put together outfits much better than me.
I just like dressing up.
I like doing that too, I just don't do it nearly as good as somebody else.
Anyway.
It's true. Anyway. But yes, show them the next book you got.
Okay, I'll show you.
Ah. Yes. Yes, she does.
Well, thank you.
You professional bastard.
I'll have you know. Anyway, next book.
Yes.
I really like Ghibli movies, so when I saw this at the bookstore, I freaked out a little bit.
Yeah!
Because I really love Totoro.
I know, so I still have to see that animated movie. Hey!
Oh, hi!
Is that D0TOT? I'm not sure how you say your name, but Dotot? Dots-ot? The Totot.
Yeah, I love Totoro.
I know.
He's so cute.
I have to still see that. We actually plan on, at some point, doing like a Studio Ghibli marathon. Just watch through the entire movie library that they did. Dotot? Thanks. Thank you for correcting me. I'm sorry if I goofed your name a bit. Chihiro?
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about Totoro.
I know. I need to. I really do need to.
You need to see more Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
She's only actually seen a handful of them.
I've seen my first Studio Ghibli movie was Princess Mononoke. After that, let's see. Cobra, we know. But after Princess Mononoke, let's see. I think I had the bad run because I think after Mononoke, I think that's when I saw Grave of the Fireflies. And the one time is enough. I'm never watching that movie again. It's just too sad.
It's quite depressing.
It's such a good movie, but it's so sad. But then,
He's saying, anyone play Pokemon Go?
Yes, I used to play Pokemon Go.
We used to play Pokemon Go a lot. We haven't been playing recently.
Life's just been really busy, but also they had updates that completely bricked Pokemon Go on my phone, so I wasn't able to do it for like a full-blown year. I haven't actually gone back to it to check if it's even working, because every time I opened it up, it was like, I'm not going to work for you. So I just gave up on it, which is sad because I love Pokemon. Pokemon's like my entire childhood. Like,
Oh, yeah.
my whole childhood was just Pokemon. Nothing else. That was it. That's all I did. So when Pokemon Go happened, everyone was like, Pokemon! I was like, yes. Finally. My time has come! And then it broke on my phone and I was very sad.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of the original Pokemon games.
Although we do have them on emulator, and that is something eventually we will stream.
I would like to play more of them. My first foray into the Pokemon games was Pokemon Snap.
Which is the one game I never played.
We have to get on the same page here.
I don't know what's wrong with us. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god, Mario 64 is my favorite. Oh,
Another game I haven't played.
you have to be playing it.
I'm the worst. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Absolutely. Dota. Yes. Absolutely. Pokemon's the best. Hey, you Pikachu! Oh, shit!
Ah!
Yes! What the heck?
I'm not about
That
to cry.
really what? No. Oh man, Pokemon Stadium. Dota, I remember when I used to play that. That was a lot of fun. Man, back in the day when it was Pokemon Stadium and eventually it's just gotten up to like Pokken now. My childhood. It's a dark eye. Well, fine.
It's my face. I can't help it.
Resting bitch face. You do have that though.
I know.
It happens.
I'll try not to. Oh, thanks
Oh,
for
Vic,
following.
thank you for following! It's okay, Dota. It just never ever goes away. It doesn't matter how old you get. In our hearts, Pokemon will keep us forever young. Forever. Probably because they'll never stop making the games and we'll just keep giving them our money. It's like Final Fantasy for Rain and me, because like, we're the same way. Like, she's been doing Final Fantasy since like the dawn of time and it was me like that with Pokemon. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. I don't know what our family's called yet, but hey. Yes.
Yep.
Forever young. Bruh. You get it. Pokemon, forever young. We follow in the footsteps of Ash Ketchum, who wished upon a Ho-Oh and got a curse of staying 10 forever. He's gotten younger looking in the more recent anime, and I'm like, what happened? How did this happen? The bookworm. Wait, bookworms or bookworms like dragons?
Oh, I love dragons.
Book behemoths. Just mix Final Fantasy and books. Book behemoths. More Final Fantasy and books.
Yeah, keep going.
Book Bowser's books in Mario. Team
Valor.
Actually, we're both on Team Mystic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I act more like Team Instinct though, so it's a very confused situation. A very confused one indeed. Look, either way, I don't do this whole like my team better than your team. It's not my jam. It might be my toast, but not my jam. Get a Team Valor toast.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Mario 64 is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I actually played a little bit because Rain kind of was like, "You need to play this, you goddamn dweeb. Sit down and play this for a few hours." And I was like, this is so much fun. And then I died repeatedly.
It was hilarious.
It was like when she made me play Crash Bandicoot, because I had that denied in my childhood too. And when I played Crash Bandicoot, I was like, I am the worst. It's terrible. I was dying every 5 seconds. I was like, I can't see where I'm running. I can't avoid turtles. Everything's trying to murder me.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Dotai, bruh.
Oh.
We live in the South too. We feel you. There's a reason. There's a reason why if you hear some background noise, it's a fan that never shuts off.
It's just too hot down here.
Especially considering we used to live up north, and then we're like, let's move to the south, our family said. Yeah, move to the south. Now we live in the south. I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? Huh? It's stupid. And meanwhile, Big's like, I live in France, and it's still dark here? Delta, thank you for following!
Thank you.
Yes! Yes, the family, it grows. The book Babaloos.
Keep working on it. Yeah, we have an AC in our room too. We don't have it on right now because it makes too much noise.
Yeah, very noisy. And Cobra, you're exactly right. You're never too old to play Pokemon, ever. Never. Speaking of nerdy things, the next books we got are comics. I don't know if anyone's heard of this book. It's called Nimona. I can do this and make it even. Hold on, give me... Okay, so... Rain was the one that told me about this book, and she was like, you're gonna love it! It's adorbs, and it has shapeshifter, and I was like... I love shapeshifters. And she's like, read this shit, and shoved it in my face. And I was like, okay. And I read it. And it's amazing. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, NT plays League of Legends.
I do. I'm terrible at it, but I have my moments where I'm decent. I had this one game as Blitzcrank, and I just kept stealing people's blues, and so I ended up being... just this badass Blitzcrank. I was like, come back here, bitch, I'm gonna get you! And shot out my grabby hand and drew the people back, punched them up into the air, and my entire team's like, get him! And just glomped them and killed them and murdered them. So every time they saw me coming and speeding up, I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna get you! They were like, oh shit, it's coming, run! And so yeah, that was probably my best Blitzcrank game ever. But my sister, I actually have a younger sister than me. She's in ranked games. She plays support main, and she's such a badass. I'm like, I just play to be bad and have fun. She's actually great. She's the one that got me into League of Legends in the first place. She's like 5 years younger than me, and it's total badass. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. If at some point she's talking about starting streaming too. If she does, I hope she streams League of Legends because she would be such a badass. But yeah. Vic, it's not necessarily a super famous book, but people that follow the book community kind of know about it. But, like I said, if you want to write it down and check it out. It's called Nimona. It's by Noelle Stevenson. And it did win an award. But it's basically just a graphic novel. You can see in here. Basically, there's a girl that is a shapeshifter. She could just change shapes into whatever she wants. And she kind of is a big fan of this supervillain in this world. So she's like, I kind of want to go and join you and help you be a badass. And I want to help you go and defeat the good guy that you're always rivals with. And it's really cool because it actually ends up developing the villain and the good guy's characters, even though the main character is Nimona, the shapeshifter, and it kind of makes them come to an understanding of each other. It does the whole thing where it's like villains and the heroes kind of get turned around and almost end up being more friendly with each other than they expected to be. So it's really interesting. It's a surprisingly good comic. Girls who play League of... Look, I'm sorry, but my younger sister's married already. You can't have her. But no, she's a... Like I said, she's a total badass. Mook House! Okay. But yeah, if you're interested in it, Big, I don't know if they translated it into French or not. I know with some of these comics, when they become really popular, they do usually translate them into other languages, but I'm not sure about Nimona. But if you look it up, you can check. Even so, since it's a graphic novel, reading it in English might not be as bad because it's a lot less vocabulary than normal. So, I mean, it'd be worth a shot if you want to try reading it, and hopefully you enjoy it. Especially if that's something that's up your alley. Definitely give it a shot. Ugh. So, we've got 3 books that are part of the series. That's the last of it. I'm just piling bags. Just piling. We had so many books, we had to get 2 bags. Anyway. I mean, Vic, that just comes naturally. the more time that you spend with English speakers, like especially if you like to watch a lot of streamers, if you watch different movies, like the easy thing about English is that it's everywhere. So if you have interests in something specifically, just surround yourself with whatever those interests are, whether it's books or
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, no, we were responsible tonight.
we did kind of spend
Don't tell our parents. Anyway.
my parents don't care. Shit got real anyway.
No! We're supposed to keep this light.
We can't keep this light. The next books we have aren't light at all, so... Anyway, the next books we got, it's a trilogy. It's a graphic novel trilogy that some people might know about, some people might not. But it's called March. And we got all three of them, books 1, 2, and 3. And basically, it's a graphic novel series by John Lewis. And John Lewis is actually someone that works in the American government here, especially for, like, Vic, if you don't know. He was one of the people that actually marched in the original civil rights movement that happened here in America. So what he did was he basically went and took the story of what happened and he wrote it down into a comic form. And so they made 3 volumes of it, which just talked about his experiences during the racism of that time, what it was like working with people like meeting Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. and people like that, and what it was like being a black man in the South trying to like fight for the civil rights movement and anything. Oh, that's okay, Vic, if you don't know about it. But like, if you like graphic novels and if you like reading, March is something I really recommend. It's got so much history. It teaches you so much stuff. Yes, exactly. Anti-racist. That's the whole point. Like, in America, the whole civil rights movement that happened during that time period was about racism. There were other movements that kind of followed along with that too, like women's suffrage, where we actually went to have women trying to go and get their right to vote. You have a lot of things that are about, like, the gay community that came after that for gays, lesbians, transgenders, so on, which, I mean, we're still fighting for that now, but March is one of those series that talks specifically about the fight against racism in America. And it's a really nice series because it's very simple, but it goes into a lot of the things that were happening in America during those times, and not even times that long ago. So it's really cool reading it, especially in a graphic novel form. So if you're ever interested in finding out, but you don't want to read like those really thick books that go into a lot of boring details that don't give you any like feelings or anything about what's like giving you too much talk about stuff that doesn't make sense to you, or too much talk about stuff that you don't really give a crap about, March is great because it talks about stuff from a very human perspective. So if you read it, you get the idea of like, hey, this is a lot of stuff that people were going through. You kind of see what we had to fight for in order to keep going. But yeah. So, I mean, that was our book haul for the most part. So, we got Catherynne Valente's book. 2 of her books, technically. We got a short story and an anthology. Hidden Figures, My Neighbor Totoro, Nimona, and March. Which, I mean, to be fair, I think that was a pretty good book haul.
On your puppy's moving on.
Yeah, little papa.
But yeah. So that was a lot of fun to do. It was really a nice experience, actually, being able to go and getting to see a real live author. Yes! Exactly, Vic.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Getting to see, like, where we've come to now and all that stuff. But yeah. So, this was just a really nice night. Being able to go out and actually get to meet a real author and get to see her talk about her book and all the research that she did for it. Where she was, like, spending a year just reading stuff about, because this most recent book she wrote has to be is inspired by the Brontes, like Charlotte, Anne, Emily, Emily, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their brother, whose name I forget because I'm the worst. Branwell. What a great name, Branwell.
There's Charlotte, Emily, and Branwell.
So, basically, the book is about them. When they were all kids, they basically were inventing a bunch of stories as children that were actually things that they wrote down. So, what Valente did was she actually went and researched it all, and then she went ahead and wrote a story, kind of a reimagining of the world that they created together. So yeah. Go ahead, Vic. By all means, go right ahead. We're gonna have to find room for these books on our bookshelf. You guys can't see it, but if the library books behind us are anything, then you should see our other bookshelves and how much stuff we got on them. There's like no room.
Yeah, we got like 3 bookshelves over here just full of books.
You can't see them right now.
Mm-mm.
Ah, what do you think about Trump? Oh. I think the answer is obvious. Not to be rude, but you know, when Trump's trying to kill most of the people in America these days that don't conform to his deranged ideal, it's hard for people to, I don't know, want to follow him, let alone support him, let alone not want really bad things to happen. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's the thing, like, a lot of people outside the country ask about it, and it's like, America was already the laughingstock of the world, now it's just bad. It's all bad. So yeah. But yeah. Not to get into it too much, but yeah. Just, I don't think there's, actually no, I'm sure there's some stupid people out there that really do support him, but I know, he just never shuts up. He never does. It makes it very difficult. But yeah. Getting off that topic because that's a can of worms that you don't want to open up.
That's like asking for a shitstorm, and I'm not really for that.
Exactly. Like that's a problem topic. But still, I get you, Vic. I do. Oh, but man, it was such a nice experience to be able to meet Valente. It really was, just because I talk to Rain about this a lot, but that's stuff that, like, I think about. She's so damn smart, and it's like she's made her way herself. Like, with all this hard work, she's written so many wonderful stories, and I've never read one of her stories all the way through, but Rain reads her books all the time, and every time she sees something happening in a book, she'll stop reading and pull me aside and be like, I'm going to tell you a thing that just happened in this book. And every time she does, it's like, holy crap, this woman is just so amazing. She points out stuff, and it's just so brilliant, the way that it reflects back on the real world and life and stuff, so it's really cool.
I've been reading Valente's books since 2012, I think. 2011, 2012. And I've always found her fascinating. She's a very clever woman. I love her writing style. She writes a lot of whimsical stories. Mm-hmm. She has not read her books yet.
Not yet. I have, like I said, I don't make any excuses. I've not started or finished any of her books. The only one I got close to starting was when Valente actually read out the first chapter of her new book at the little bookshop we went to tonight. So I got to hear her writing in a good big chunk. And I love her writing style. It's so good. Okay, you're calling me out right now, Vic. But look. You're right, okay?
See, none of this would have happened if you listened to me.
You're right. I know, look, I told her straight up, I'm like, I haven't read your books. And she was like, okay, that's fine, no, get out. And I was like,
I know, she was like, get out, get the fuck
out. I'm like, but my partner has read your books, or like, forever. And I'm making it up to her right now until I can read your books by buying all of your books for her.
Yes.
So, yeah. But I mean, like, I told her that, like, we follow her on Twitter. We actually support her on Patreon. So, that way... Because the way I see it is that if people are creating products that you like, and especially because I would love to have that be my job someday, I want to support the people that I really believe in and really enjoy. So that way they can keep doing what they love. Because I'm hoping that when I go and I try to do that as my job, that hopefully then I'll get that same kind of support back someday. But that depends entirely upon when the hell I finish my writing. Because I gotta do all my work still. But yeah, no, she was so amazing. I loved meeting her. Like, I'm like, I haven't read any of your shit, but I follow her on Twitter all the time. And the woman's so damn brilliant and hilarious, and she's got the fluffiest little puppies and kittens and chickens. She's got fluffy, precious babies. She's hilarious. She's intelligent as hell. And she's a damn good writer. A real good writer. So, I mean, like, all over, she's excellent. Like, Rain doesn't just like authors just because. Like, when Rain's got a favorite, it's because they're a favorite for a reason. And there's definitely a reason why she likes Valente. She's amazing.
I just love what she has to say.
I know. She's... Oh no, I just mostly do my own writing, Vic. Like, my writing is all just my own stories. Like, I don't actually do anything like working for newspapers or online magazines or anything like that. All my writing is just my own writing. The only thing I've done that hasn't been writing that's my own original stories is I've written fan fiction. Yes, I'm going there. I've written fan fiction for the majority of my life, and I roleplayed for the majority of my life. I am a full-blown online role player. I've taken that as a backseat for quite a few years now, just because things are too busy. I don't have time for it as much as I would like to. Oh, you don't know what fan fiction is? Okay, you might know it under a different name. Fan fiction is basically when anyone that is not an established author is basically taking somebody else's universe and somebody else's characters and writing stories for that already established universe. So, like, you know Harry Potter? For instance, if somebody likes Harry Potter, but they were like, well, I like Harry, and I like Ron, and I like Hermione, but I want them to go on an adventure that I made up, they'll go and they'll write their own story for it. They'll write their own idea of what could have happened in that universe. That's basically what fanfiction is. You're taking characters from a universe that already exists, and it doesn't have to just be like Harry Potter. It could be TV shows, movies, people take it from books and all sorts of other things. Basically, that's all it is. Yeah, your own custom story. You basically take somebody else's stuff and you write your own story for what they've created. So that's what I used to do a lot. I used to say, like, oh shit, I love these characters from this thing, from like this anime or this video game. I'm gonna write my own stories about those characters because I like a lot of side characters that don't get a lot of backstory. So I'm like, I'm gonna create my own backstory and just, you stop me. Don't do it. I love these things. Well, it's not illegal because you don't get paid for it. People write it and they do not charge for it. So as long as you're not getting paid for it and not saying that you own that property, it's not illegal. You're allowed to write fan fiction for stories as long as you're not making a profit off of it or saying that, hey, I own these characters when you don't actually own them. But yeah, so that's what I used to do. Like, I started off writing fan fiction and role-playing. And then eventually I was like, I've always wanted to be a writer, maybe I should just do it. So I just started doing it someday because I was like, you know, I'm getting old, I'm gonna die. But no, most of it was also because I see a lot of people that are my age or younger than me that have already published like several books, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with me? I ain't done shit. So that's basically what got me started on working on my book seriously. So now that's done. Now I'm just basically having Rain read it through, just to give me her personal opinion of things. After she gives me that opinion, I have to start really looking for an agent. So that way an agent can find me an editor. The editor is going to be like, this sucks, write it again. And then after that, hopefully we can sell it to some sort of publishing company to get it published.
Yeah.
And then after that, basically it's still going to be probably a couple of years minimum before I can get this stuff published. But we'll see. Point is, keep going. Lots of books. It helps that we like to read. So, more you read, more you learn, more you can write. Although, I mean, a lot of my writing has been inspired by anime and video games and stuff. Like, most of my writing is not just inspired by books, it's inspired by gaming and anime a lot too. Because I'm like, they have such amazing ideas. Why would I not just take it from everything that I love instead of just books? I realized you can see our chocobo sign on the door above my head. Yeah, it's up there.
No.
Where, how, aha! Wait, finger, no, go back there. It's very strange to do this opposite. So, you see that sign right here? That sign right there. That is a chocobo crossing sign from Final Fantasy that we got. Yeah, the yellow sign.
Yeah, the yellow one.
We got that at a yeah, I got that at a convention years ago. And then I sent it to you, and then we moved in together, and it was like, well, now it's ours. Both ours. Chocobos! In case you can't tell by the theme that's going on with the channel, there's lots of Final Fantasy related stuff here. Our dog is passed out. I'd show her to you, but we can't move the camera that far. We have a doggy and she's just like... It's very cute. I could take a picture with my phone.
I have her as, like, my background.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Let's just show off our dog. This is the part... Oh! Well, I mean... That's okay, Bic. Final Fantasy is something that's... Sometimes it's a little hard to get into. Girl! Final Fantasy VII is... pretty much our favorite Final Fantasy. I know it's the stereotypical answer because everyone's like, it's so overrated, but Final Fantasy VII is our favorite Final Fantasy.
7. Yeah.
Absolutely. But we've played a few different Final Fantasies. Actually, one of the things we plan on doing on the channel is eventually we want to start from the very first Final Fantasy game, like the original one that began the whole series, and play through the whole series in order. So that's gonna happen. It's gonna be a long journey. But we're gonna do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to show them the puppy?
This is our doggy. Oh no. Oh, the glare.
Oh, the glare.
Oh, the glare.
God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
You could kind of see her.
Yeah.
Her name is Yuna.
See? That's how you know we're Final Fantasy fans. Yuna. After one of the main characters from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, your baby. Hold on, I got more pictures of her. This is what my life is now. I just show pictures of my dog. Where is my dog? Oh God, I can't find it. No, don't you dare delete the selected item, you bitch. Here's a... oh God, so much glare. Oh God, it's terrible. So, you see how those are the books? Remember I told you about the bookshelves? Yeah, she's sleeping basically just like that right now. With her back right up against our bookshelves. Just snoozing. Cute little puppo. Oh yeah, by the way, happy Friday the 13th, guys! Guess what comes out today? Evil Within 2 and the 4th season of Voltron. Now we're really getting into nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Hey Dallas, welcome into our little chat. We're just chatting about books and stuff. Or it was about books, and now we're talking about Friday the 13th.
Well, we were talking about our puppy.
Yeah, we were.
And then we kind of skipped to Friday the 13th.
Because I looked over and she's just sleeping. Right on the floor. Very cute. very cute. So we were showing pictures of our dog. But yeah. They're too bright. Yeah, I know.
I know, we tried.
I can't do it. The glare. It kills us. You see the glare on my glasses too. I'll get it. I'll get it. Angles. Whatever. But yeah, no. Oh my god, I'm so excited for The Evil Within 2. You don't know how long we've been waiting for it. Actually, yes you do. It's, well, unless you're not into that game. But when The Evil Within came out, we were like, give me more. Oh my god. I love that game so much. I love psychological horror games. Rain's the one that got me into them. And she was like, you know what you would like? Silent Hill. And we got into Silent Hill. And then she was like, hey, let's watch these new games that are coming out. And then, no. I've never played Resident Evil. But we watched all the movies, except for the very last one.
I would like to play the games.
Yeah, it would be fun to do. There's a lot of games we gotta play. But, I mean, Resident Evil is like one of those game series we haven't played. I know there's like a whole big debate where it's like some people are like, the games are awesome, movies suck, and vice versa. But I'm like, but why can't you like both of them? Because I always enjoyed the movies. Like, I'm sure they're nothing like the games. And from what I've heard, they're not. But the movies are still good. They might not be the games, but I mean, keep them separate. They're two totally different IPs. Yes.
Have you played all of the Resident Evil games?
I know. Is that something that you've done, Vic?
Yeah.
Like I said, I know the movies are not the games. I don't expect them to be. But I still enjoyed the movies quite a bit, even though they're not the games at all. Also, I might need a cough drop. We kind of were scream singing on our way home the 3-hour drive from the bookshop. Cough drop.
Cough drop.
Yay! Dang! Big, you played a crap ton of Resident Evil. Are there any of them that you don't really like, or are they all pretty decent? Because I've heard that after a certain point they get pretty bad. Like, we have not played Resident Evil 7, but we watched like 3 playthroughs of Resident Evil 7. That was just bad. Yeah, I heard a lot of people don't like 6. Are they really? 4 and 5 are great.
Where's the one with Leon, I think? That's his name, right?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Leon Hart, Leon. Sorry, we recently bought Final Fantasy VIII because it was not in our collection. So, I always make fun of Squall. Because he's like, my name's Leon. And I'm like, no, your name's Squark. Out of the classic Resident Evil? I didn't know that. The thing is, it's hard for me to judge. Based off of a horror game, I was not that taken with Resident Evil, but like I said, I always kind of preferred the Silent Hill because I like the psychological horror a bit more than just like, shoot the zambers. But there's nothing wrong with shooting zombie games. Those are always great. But 7 was just, I expected more, I think. It was fun to
I think what happened was that we got wrapped up in the hype and we were expecting so much. And then once we got to it, we were like, well, it was okay.
Yeah. But I would definitely like to do, like, too much action game. Yeah. That's what I heard. Like, I feel like 7 might have been fun to play, but when you actually pay attention to the story itself alone... Yeah, exactly. You need brains to win the old ones. That's what I mean. Like, we could go into a whole debate on just like, what happened to old games where, you know, you had to really, really work hard in order to pass them? It's like, we were just talking about this the other day with Tomb Raider games, where it's like, old school Tomb Raider games is like, you are not gonna be told anything about how to figure out this puzzle. You get these levers and those blocks. Good luck. In this giant room. You're all on your own. So, like, when you ever compare the old games to the new ones, you're like, the new ones are like, look at that shiny thing right there. Go push that button, cause otherwise you're gonna die. And like, and the other ones, they're like, you're in a big hall. We left you 17 switches, 15 buttons, 78 holes, and 3 blocks. Make a pie. Otherwise you die. And that's it. Exactly. But yeah.
Yeah, all the games are challenging.
I know. I like it when games were hard that you actually had to work really hard at them in order to win them. When they're too easy, it feels like, what's the point then? Unless you're playing a game where it's just got frustrating mechanics, because that's different. If you've got a game that's just difficult because you have to work hard at winning, that's one thing. But when you have bad game mechanics, then that's a totally different thing. It's like, what's the point of having a game here and putting in completely unnecessary or borked game mechanics where it makes it hard for you to get through any levels or to get the things that you need? Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me. If you're gonna make a game, don't make it annoying. Make it be a game so that way you're still challenged, but it's doable with practice and skill or something like that. Not that it's like, you have to get lucky to win. Or the game controls are so impossible. No, I guess that still falls under getting lucky. But yeah. I don't think I've heard of that one, Bick. Huh. Nope. I don't think I've actually ever heard of that game. Do you know when it came out? Oh, a 2010 game. So that's more recent then. Alright, to be fair, most of the things that we kind of keep our eyes out on are typically, they're usually in like RPG games and stuff. Independent producer, Solgren? That's possibly why we didn't hear about it. Because like, it's a little hard to keep track of more indie games. So that might be why. We'll have to look into it then. Trying to see if we can look it up now, actually. Whoops. Yeah, Super Meat Boy. Dude, Super Meat Boy is cool. Actually, a game that we want to play on here, which is not Super Meat Boy, but, we want to do some platformers, too. Like, one of the things that I would love to do is we actually have Hollow Knight. I would love to play through Hollow Knight. Eventually, I want to play, Ori and the Blind Forest on here. Like, I love games like that. I know Rain does, too.
I found it.
Ew, we found it. 2D platformer. Oh, okay, I think I know a little bit about this one. Hold up, bruh. I'm looking it up. Yes, Ori is cool. Oh, it's a Danish game developer. Okay.
Popular with speedrunning.
Oh, cool. It's a speedrunning game. I'll tell you right now, we'll probably suck. But thank you for the recommendation. Seriously. I wonder if it is on Steam. Hold up, bro. I'm gonna check to see if I can find this game on Steam. Aw, crap, I'm not signed into Steam. Oh, God, where's my professionalism?
Oh, no, why would you do this?
Oh no. Oh no. Hold up, bruh. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, my face. Okay. It's on Google. Oh, okay, so it's just a regular Google game.
Google. Oh, I can't type.
I think I found it.
How come you found it faster than me on a damn phone?
I got skills.
She does have skills. I have no idea how the hell Rain finds things as fast as she does. Like, I usually try to search stuff on the, like, search engines. And I'm like, I know I can find this thing, blah, blah, blah. And Rain's just like, types in one thing, here it is. And I'm like, the fuck did you do? And she's like, oh, I just typed in this and this and this. And I'm like, you mean exactly what I typed in, but slightly differently with magic powers thrown into it, so that way it will pop up instantly for you?
Because you go elaborate. You have to go very simple in order to find things.
See, that's my problem. My brain doesn't shut the hell up. Oh my god, there's no one online.
Come on, go back.
Girl, hold up. I'm coming.
You're coming.
Yeah, not that coming. Oh, it's free now because it's old. Well, I mean, that's good to know. At least that means that we could totally try it out.
Yeah,
Hopefully
we should.
easily.
We should try it.
Yeah. Cobra, Resident Evil 2 is your favorite?
See? We gotta play more video games.
I know.
We actually have a few playthroughs started on our channel here that we haven't finished up yet. So, we've got to finish up West of Loathing. What else do we start?
We could put West of Loathing on hold though.
We started Goetia,
Yeah, we started that.
which it's more of a story-based game. We weren't expecting it to be that, but it's just like a wander around, read the spoopy crap adventure game. I guess it's not really adventure, it's point and click.
It's more point and click
Story.
story based.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be.
More spoopy.
Yeah, I wanted it to be more scary since it's like the month of Halloween, but we didn't really get that with that game.
No, we didn't. We done goofed.
We done goofed.
Oh!
So yeah, add that to the list so that way we can stream it at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could scroll down. Found it. Click. Okay. Dick, thank you so much for your recommendation. I actually just found it, so we'll actually go ahead and keep this on the side because then we should be able to play this at some point. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Alright. Well, got Boshi on the side. Boshi Boshi. Boshushu Shashush. With Boish.
Babushki.
Oh, right, that's right, I forgot that it's a women boycotting Twitter thing. Anyway. Alright. So anyway. Man, at some point we should go through those library books back there.
Later. We got stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah. Like video games.
Play all the video games.
So much video games. Ah, night mode, turn on. Good. Okay. So yeah. Ugh. So the plan for tomorrow is hopefully play some more games. Tonight was just like a chill night because we got back pretty late. We got back at almost like midnight from seeing Catherynne Valente. So it was more like a chill talk about books thing. And I guess video games and other crap. Got into it. But I don't know what game we're gonna play tomorrow.
I don't know.
I kind of wish Toontown was running because I'd love to play that. But then I have work. Which upsets me.
I have to write my essay. I haven't written it yet.
Responsibilities.
I don't want it.
Okay. One thing I will say though, I think we're going to play through the entire game of The Last Door. We were going to do it for Halloween. The Halloween falls
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday, which means I work, which sucks.
Unless we do it early.
We could do it early. Oh, well, we're definitely going to be reading it. Since we just got it, we're definitely going to be reading it now. But yeah, we'll definitely keep updates on how the book is because we're really looking forward to this one. So, once we actually read through the whole thing, we'll let you guys know what we thought of it. We actually try to give some feedback on stuff like that. Hopefully we can get through some other stuff. Probably what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to probably work on the rest of my writing tonight. Tomorrow, I'll see if we stream some games. Not sure exactly when, but at some point we're planning on doing The Last Door. The Last Door is like a point-and-click horror adventure game. So that's what we were hoping Goetia was going to be, but Goetia turned out to be something a little bit different. So we'll do The Last Door, which is actually a, it was made by a Spanish development team, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember if they were Portuguese or...
No, they're from Spain.
They're actually Spanish. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, they were, a development team from Spain, and they made this, horror point-and-click adventure game that was inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. So, we have actually played through the entire game, and it's basically a puzzle horror kind of solving game that's got this interesting storyline going through it. We've never really seen anyone else play through the whole thing, so we were thinking what we would do is we would stream the entire thing. It's got 2 seasons, because what they do is they have one season that's got 4 chapters of story, and a second season that's got 4 other chapters of story. So in total, it's 8 chapters. And what we're going to do is we're going to play through the entire thing. Now, the first 4 we're actually good at because we played them the most before they came out with the second season. The second season is going to be a bit more difficult because we have not actually played through that as much, but we really like the game. And since it's spoopy season, we figure it would be a good game to play since it's more horror related. Oh no, Cobra!
No.
I was wondering why you were talking about Resident Evil 2 like so much later. I'm sorry about the delay.
Maybe if you refresh it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm sorry, Vic. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, so The Last Door is more horror. So since we were hoping to do some scary games because Halloween and stuff, we're going to try to see if we can play all of The Last Door. All 8 chapters of it. So you're going to get the full game all the way played through. We might not be as good for the last half of the game because we haven't played it as much, but we'll still play through the whole thing and we'll mess up a lot, but we'll do it. So, oh, I'm not sure if we're going to dress up for Halloween. We don't really have anything planned.
I have the cat ears.
Yeah, Rain's got a
I
cat
got,
tail and cat ears.
Yeah, that's all I really have.
Which is dangerous to wear because our dog likes the cat tail and wants to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to cosplay.
I would love to cosplay.
My sister's got all
Like-
my cosplay.
I would love to be Zaya.
She's a woe for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat ears are cool. But yeah, no, we actually were going to do like actual cosplays.
Yeah. We wanted to do a couple of anime characters.
Mm-hmm. Really, Seaside? Really? Do it again, you're timed out. Anyway. So, yeah, no, we were hoping to do characters from an anime called Durarara. And, Rain was going to do Izaya, I was going to do Shizuo. If you don't know them, you can always look them up. But basically, they're constantly trying to kill each other, and we find it very charming. But yeah, so it would be cool if we could do that. I used to have an outfit, so yeah. Bic, thank you, Bic.
Thank you, Bic.
Thank you. But yeah. So, at some point, it actually would be really cool to get to do cosplays. I don't remember. We were talking about, like, doing a cosplay for something else the other day, and I can't remember what it was.
Darn. We were saying Final Fantasy VII. I wanted to be Yuffie.
I know. Who the hell was I gonna be?
Sang? You didn't want to be Sang?
I can try pulling him off, but is that really my personality?
Eh.
That's what I thought. Just because I love the man doesn't mean that I can pull him off well. But you would make a fantastic Yuffie.
I need the wig.
Yes, well, it's not so hard to get a Yuffie wig. It wouldn't be hard to get a Sang wig either. The hard part is I would have to do the right proper, probably the right binding and padding.
Yeah.
And I have to get clothes cut a certain way so I could actually look more masculine. But otherwise it wouldn't be so bad. But no, I swear to God, we were going to do a cosplay. We were talking about doing a specific cosplay the other day and I completely forgot about what it was going to be. Oh no. Oh no, we don't remember.
It's also late, so we keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's been a long day today. Mind you. Thanks, Vic. But yeah, that's about as good as my brain is working right now. I thought I saw one of our rats moving in the background, but nope. Thank you, Cobra.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Oh, but yeah, we might call it a night here. We chatted up a bit. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. We've been streaming for over an hour.
Oops.
We just wanted to talk books.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll hopefully do some more book-related stuff in the future. Hopefully tomorrow we'll do some streaming and stuff too. Not, like I said, not sure what we're gonna do just yet, but hopefully we'll do at least, like, some gaming of some kind. Vic, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to hang out with, like, video games, or if you want to hang out with book stuff,
Or you just want to chat.
yeah, either way, we have a Twitter and a YouTube. If you want to ever see some of the stuff we've done before or you miss things, we try to upload all of our stuff to YouTube so you can at least see it there if you miss it. We have a Twitter. We usually try to go and do an announcement if we're going to be streaming. Sometimes we forget because we're terrible. But since you're following us on here, I know that they have notifications that they can send you if someone goes live, so thank you for following. Really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you have a good night. If you guys want to see the books again, that's alright, Vic. Like I said, it's only if you want to. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But it was really cool having you hang out. Appreciate it a lot. If you want to see all the books again, I'll show them up for you guys. So, again, we got March by John Lewis. Yeah, all three of them. So the whole trilogy, we got that.
Nimona.
By Noelle Stevenson.
My Neighbor Totoro. Go ahead.
And then we got Hidden Figures. The book that the movie was based off of. And if you haven't seen the movie and you don't feel like reading it, at least see the movie because it's a ridiculously good movie.
Yes, I love Totoro.
Totoro!
Oh, we didn't get to talk about it. We got distracted.
We did. Oops.
Oh well, we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, it'll be something we bring up definitely. That's a thing. That's definitely going to happen eventually. And then the new anthology that I got, the Best American Science Fiction and Fantasy for 2017, that Catherynne Valente signed. And then the whole point of starting this, Catherynne Valente's new book, The Glass Town Game, which she autographed. I'm so excited. I'm gonna show it off again. Look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful autograph. Ah! So excited. When we actually read this, we'll let you guys know what we think of it. But yeah, it was such a good night. It was made even better because we had great company. Yeah, exactly. Now I do have to read it. I was just talking to Rain about that, Bic. I have no excuse anymore. I have to read, like, I actually was like, I need to just buy all her stuff and read it now. I have no excuse. I've met the author. It's an unspoken rule that now I need to read all her things. There's no excuse anymore. So that's the plan. I have homework now, too. I have to read.
Read her Fairyland series.
I will! But yes, so we'll let you know how that goes. If you guys are going to be hanging out with us tomorrow, like I said, we're going to try to do a bit of an earlier stream. So not this late. If you use Google, it will usually tell you what time it'll be for you compared to us. Right now for us, it's 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to try to stream maybe like 3, maybe earlier than 3, because I've got to actually be at work around 7 p.m. Central Standard, or not Central, Eastern Standard Time. I used to work in Central, so I get confused. But I have to work around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we're gonna hopefully try to do some streaming earlier in the day. Maybe between noon and 3 if we can, to start. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. If you miss anything, we do have our YouTube channel where we've put up all of our stupid silliness and fun times. Don't know what we're gonna play tomorrow, but maybe it'll be the start of a horror game. Maybe we'll pick up a game we've already done. And whenever we get more book stuff, we'll talk about that too. But yeah. Alright guys. Thanks you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Bye.
Thank you to both of our new followers, Dota and also to Bic. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night,
Vic.
guys.
Good night.
See you. Good night, Cobra. Thank you
Bye.
again for joining us. Bye. Bye.